Last night's testing went really well.
Last week, we finished building our transmission and installing it into Scoots. This weekend, we have a lot to knock out before we can hit the track. And for those of you that are new here, me and Scoots have never hit the track before. So the tuning that I was doing and the testing I was doing last night was trying to get the two-step to make some boost. This is a 4.8 liter LS engine with a 92103 turbo, so we're asking a lot for that 4.8 to spool up that turbo. We did try nitrous in the past and absolutely destroyed our torque converter, so we just got our torque converter restalled and sent back, got the transmission rebuilt, put it in, and if you're new here, again, we do everything ourselves, in the garage or in the yard.
We actually snapped the accelerator pedal off of the pedestal I have up there. So I'm gonna have to, you see how the nuts just tighten down really tight? Need to introduce a washer, they call them fender washers. Spread that load out so that doesn't happen again. But meanwhile, I need to take this lifetime warranty pedal to O'Reilly's and exchange it out for a brand new one. Yep, snap clean off. We've got to get this JB weld grinded off and this hole patched because this was in there for the nitrous, but we're gonna move that. So need to get that giant boost leak fixed. Alright, just like that. Warranted a brand new one, for free. All cleaned up and ready to rock for Mr. Cory P. All be gone. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. So, got the pipe back on. You know, now that it's welded up. No more hole. I'm looking at the V-band right there. Looking at it like, that kind of looks like it ain't tightened. So then I look over to the other side. Oh yeah. I think I left it on there loose. I must have been messing with it. Alright, well, that's hot garbage right there. These are the V-bands I'm going to be welding in, replacing both sides. Just not doing it this weekend. So we're stealing the clamp, and she's back to on. So now that's knocked out. Now we got pedal we got to put back in. We got the TPS Wizard reset or whatever. We're putting a new throttle pedal in there. Gotta go into the Holly and do the TPS reset. And then, oh yeah, I gotta drain all the fluid out of the trans. RTV, clean it up real good. RTV the gasket in there, pan back on, refill the trans. And I got a list. All right, let's fix this steering wheel being 90 degrees out with the tires aimed straight. So right now I just need to turn this for a second. Basically, oh, went too far on the turn. Need to loosen that Allen key right there so I can slide this up and off of rack and pinion down there so that the tires are straight, and then I can spin it where I need to and put it back on. Alright, so to increase brake pressure, normally, what's up little dude? Where you going? I don't want to break your tail. Come here. Come here. Oh, come on now. Come on now. You gonna get burned up? You stay in there. Alright, fine then. So normally, sorry, ADHD y'all. Normally you turn this knob to increase or decrease, but I already got it turned up all the way. So I was like, forgot I turned that up all the way. So, you know, we got plenty of fluid. Both reservoirs looking great. Okay. And then I remembered that this unit up under here is adjustable. right there. So I had it all the way tight, which means it's all the way loose basically. So I had to back it off and readjust it. Now the pedal feels way better. You're getting more response way sooner. So by the time you're at the back, you're full bore on the, the cylinders and everything. So that's good. We're gonna keep on chipping. This go around we got washers. So we should be Gucci. Yeah, there's a washer on top. Yeah, okay. That should help a lot. If not, I'm gonna have to build a cage around that unit. That was a royal pain in the rear, but the harness is bolted. Big dog bolts. And the original seatbelt bolts. And the passenger seat is in. Alright, we're gonna go under the car, knock out the stuff under the car, and then come back in here and clean this mess up so it's nice and clean again. Turning our fluid into a nice new cleaned out pan here. I tightened up all the bolts. They seem pretty loose. I had originally tightened them with my Milwaukee drill, not my impact, or by hand. I tightened them all again by hand, and they definitely were all pretty loose. So brake cleaned it all off real good, filled it back up, and I got some paper towels down there to, if we see drips on the pan, just hanging on the pan tomorrow, that's gonna tell us it's still leaking. Good morning, everybody. All right, last night we put in some work. Looks like we got a little bit of rain here. It don't look like there's much red on those paper towels, but the pan gasket does have a wet look to it, so I might be doing that all over again and actually RTVing it. I gotta confirm, I don't see any drips. It just has a glossy look to it. Brake cleaned it real good, so that way today, checking it, I'd know it's leaking. But now we need to hop up in here, start knocking out the wire. This right here ain't gonna cut it. We got to get it right. Alright, so figured out where the positive activation was. Got my shotgun shell nitrous button connected back up. Just kind of hang that around this mirror so it's like there, whatever. Got this all cleaned up. So this is the nitrous solenoid and fuel solenoid for the nitrous relay. We'll tuck that up under there. Got these wires sorted out pretty good. Still need to clean them up, finish up. Yeah, got our poly wire for the laptop there, and then I need to probably 3D print a fixture that'll pop into one of those. Now I know it should go in the center one, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stick it in this one because it's closest to me. That's trans temp. We still have nitrous arm switch, and then I need to try and get that backup camera mounted roughly where it's at. It has a suction cup on it, so I could just take this mirror off and put it up there. Well, I'm gonna see what it looks like. All right, now that it looks like a bomb went off in here and my wires under the thing are all unwrapped and everything's everywhere, we figured it out. So staging input 2 is your bump button, and threw a data log up there because I realized, the data log can probably capture this, and go figure, what do you know? It does capture it, and it is working. I just had the staging settings for the single pulse a little too low. I need to increase the number significantly to get it to actually do anything. So yeah, I'll tidy up these wires. Chuck's coming over, he'll help me get this off the trailer, and then we'll see if that worked. All right, been charging up the battery with my $6 Chinesium here, but this thing has actually been amazing. I don't know, I forgot to tell y'all, that gauge I bought said 104 and I thought it was 22 degrees off. It actually doesn't go lower than 104, so it may not be off at all. It starts at 104, but I'm feeling a lot better now. Got wires not all over the place, still got to vacuum it out and whatnot. Well, I got wires all over the place, but all right, so when Chuck gets here, we'll pull the trailer out, get the car off the trailer, put it out in the street, and then start tuning that bump, get that bump where we want it. Apologize to my neighbors in advance, and then we're going to try and make 8 psi and not get any traction and just blow the tires off. You know, that won't that them tires had, maybe that little burner out the street there will straighten them out.